from Kidsopia. Today's story is Little Miss Dotty Has a Dotty Day Out by Roger Hangreaves. Little Miss Dotty is every bit as dotty as her name suggests. For instance, last year, Miss Dotty carpeted her garden path. She lives in Nonsense Land, where the grass is blue and the trees are red, a place which is every bit as dotty as Miss Dotty. In Nonsense Land, all the pigs have televisions and wear slippers. One day, while she was walking through Whoopee Wood, she met her two friends, Mr. Silly and Mr. Nonsense. "Hello," said Miss Dotty. "Hello," said Mr. Silly and Mr. Nonsense at the same time. Mr. Silly was carrying a saw. "We are going to make a seesaw," said Mr. Nonsense. "Would you like to join in?" "Yes, please," said Miss Dotty, who had been wondering what to do. So the three of them set off. They walked and they walked and they walked a long, long way until they came to the seaside. But being Nonsense Land, the sand wasn't yellow, it was pink. When they got to the water's edge, Mr. Silly threw the sand saw in. "Have you ever heard of anything so silly?" "Brilliant," said Mr. Nonsense. "That's the best seesaw ever," agreed Miss Dotty. "What shall we do now?" said Mr. Silly. "Let's go for a paddle," suggested Miss Dotty. So they went to the shop on the pier and each bought a paddle. "That was fun," said Mr. Nonsense. "What's next?" "Let's dig in the sand," said Mr. Silly. "Good idea," said Miss Dotty. So they went down to the beach and dug a big hole and then filled it in. "I did enjoy that," grinned Mr. Nonsense. "I'm hungry," said Miss Dotty. "Shall we eat?" "Easy peasy," said Mr. Nonsense. "Sandwiches." And I'm sure you can guess what they did next. That's right. They put sand between the slices of buttered bread and ate sand sandwiches. Can you imagine anything more Dotty? After lunch, they drew in the sand with crayons, and they sunbathed under umbrellas. The sun was setting as they walked all the long way back to Miss Dotty's house and had supper together. "We must do that again," said Miss Dotty. "We must," agreed the other two. And they got up from the table and went back to the beach. "It's dark, isn't it?" said Miss Dotty.